This clip is brought to you by VegasWinners.com. Get expert sports betting advice from some of the best handicappers in the world. Head on over to VegasWinners.com and win yourself some money.
There we go. Well, Arn, Jimmy Garvin, and Precious are interrupted by you on TV on May 17th, but it's not the way you would normally interrupt someone. Check this out.
Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin and Precious, and I know the big chief. We just saw him a few minutes ago.
Did he just about make you sick? I can't believe that, Wahoo. You come out here asking for Arn Anderson when you haven't even finished dealing with me. In fact, you haven't even started dealing with me. And speak of the man himself, here he is. Double A, how the heck are you doing, man? It's nice to see you.
I'd just like to say a few words to Gorgeous Jay. You know, Jimmy, in defending my world television title, I've been overlooking the fact that you were here, not really overlooking it, but I've had so much responsibility, I hadn't been able to come out here and give you a formal welcome, tell you you're doing a heck of a job, and explain a couple of things to you that maybe you don't know. You know, the big chief has been out here threatening me, yourself, and your lovely lady here.
Right.
And the one thing you got to realize, he's like a big snowball or an avalanche coming down that mountain. You got to cut his water off right away before it gets rolling. You understand what I'm saying?
He's a smart guy. I told you, I've told Precious all about you, you know, and you're exactly right. You get him started, you got to stop him before he does some damage, and that's exactly what I got in mind of doing. You know, it takes smart people like myself and yourself there and Precious to realize what kind of man Wahoo McDaniel is. I mean, do you realize he was just out here talking about you, saying how much he thinks he could be the television champion, how much he thinks he could be the national champion, all that, and I swear it just about makes me sick to my stomach.
You know what the key word was? He said he wanted to be world television champion. Not that he would, he said he would like to be. Well, Big Chief, there's people in this world that have things, like right here, and there's people that want things. And Big Chief, that's the bottom line. You're going to continue to want things, just like Rhodes, Magnum, and the Rock and Roll Express. Maybe she should go up there and have a closer look at him. What do you think?
All right, they're talking about this man. There he is in the ring.
Going up there and see if that man can wrestle. Going up there and see if he's as tough as he is.
What you
We'll
seen
send
in her
Precious
ring?
up there to scout. Well, I'm going to have her scout, you know? I mean, she...
What was it like working with Jimmy and Precious?
Great people. We had a little mutual admiration society going on there between Jimmy and I, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that makes you sick. Like to throw up in my mouth. But it was definitely apropos. I did have a little bit of hair envy, maybe a lot of hair envy. Man had a great head of hair, you got to admit. And a talented performer, and him and Patty were great together. So he was just a good guy to be around, and just a lot of fun, just pleasant people.
Well, Arn, you're still working the Wahoo program. Did you ever tire of working with him? And what I mean by that, I'm sure the physical abuse got a little old, but were you enjoying every bit of this Wahoo program?
Sure. I mean, and when you hear the amount of times that we're working together, if on the surface you go, God Almighty, aren't they, in the audience getting sick of it? Are they getting sick of wrestling each other? No, because it was a different town every night. It was a brand new crowd, a brand new reaction, and you would go out and every night was, even though your opponent was the same, it was just like it was brand new. It never got tired of somebody that had the following of Wahoo McDaniel, because the audience was always behind him. And, the only thing that would keep you in a fight with that guy, and we'll just tell you, because he's a killer, was the adrenaline rush you got from the audience. And that came from his fans.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe this is real, but we not only got a handicapper, but we got the best ever. How are you so good at handicapping these games? I mean, 4-0, that's quite a streak already.
Well, let's talk about every pick I've given this year in the NFL as an example. 23-8. Every pick I've given this year. 4 weeks in the bag, 23-8. There's nobody in the country that can match what I do, but I always make sure, because anybody, Conrad, could make up anything. They could tell you and blow smoke and tell you, oh, I'm the greatest. But I am independently monitored and documented, so nobody could ever question what I say and go, I don't believe it. I send every pick to an independent monitoring and documentation service that has to get the pick before the game goes off and then publishes it after the game goes off so anybody can see what I gave. But this is the best start I've ever had. I've never been this good to start a season. You don't win every week, 4 weeks in a row, everything you put out. It's been the kind of year I've had. So get on a hot streak, because when a guy's on a hot streak like me, you want to ride it. I've always had a talent for picking winners. Never quite as hot as I am right now, but I've always been very good at it. And I think it's because I do more homework than anybody else. You know, the average guy or gal watching this podcast, they don't have time. They have a career, they have jobs. They might read the newspaper or go online and see something, but they don't have time 80 hours a week to study the games. That's what I do. And I have a crew of guys behind me, my consultants, who every week we get together 3 times a week and they throw their ideas at me. I throw my ideas at them. And then I pick the final 5 plays on Saturday and Sunday in college and pro football. So, I mean, I've got a great team behind me too, but we're all doing together hundreds of hours of homework. So you don't have to. It's all at vegaswinners.com.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to vegaswinners.com right now. Let's win some money.
There you go. Arn, you and Jimmy Garvin have formed a fast friendship, or so it seems. And Wahoo's in the ring. He's going to get a win against his opponent. And you and Jimmy Garvin hit the ring and attack him to save Precious from Wahoo. I want you to take a listen to what happens here.
And there's the win. What about that? Hey, wait a minute.
I gotta be honest with you.
Now Precious is up in the air.
You wait a minute. After what happened to Baby Doll, I don't trust that Indian. I'm not going to stand by. I'm going to go keep an eye.
Oh, from behind. There's Jimmy Garvin, who is Wahoo McDaniel from behind while he was talking with Precious. Wahoo with that right hand turns Garvin around. There's Arn Anderson. He gets a couple of chops. Both of them now go at the Chief. Anderson flips him to the mat. Jimmy Garvin, Wahoo McDaniel stomping with Wahoo on the mat. Garvin and Arn Anderson just stomping and kicking away at Wahoo. While Arn holds him, Garvin's gonna pound him. Wahoo's got to get some help, and here it comes. Charging into the ring to rescue Wahoo McDaniel. A whole handful of his friends, and he really needed them at that moment. Arn Anderson, Jimmy Garvin pounding away at him as they had him double teamed and they were holding him, and we can go back and watch a portion of it in slow motion, fans. Here is Wahoo on the mat.
You love this music, don't you? Spin up on your head one time, Paul.
That music gets me every time, Arn. I can't help myself.
Can you spin up on your head for me one time?
They don't want to see that on video, trust me.
I want to see it.
Yeah. Well, there we go. It's another Arn and Jimmy Garvin working together, attacking Wahoo, and then the enforcements would hit the ring, clear you guys out of there. And we're having some good storytelling that's happening here with you guys. And we're going to continue to move on, though. It's on to Charlotte. It's Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. It's a TV taping. And you're now getting involved with Ricky Morton versus Ric Flair. You're at ringside, and their match is going to go 18 minutes, and it runs off the air, as it typically does. But later on that night, you're going to defeat the Italian Stallion. Let's take a listen to this one, and then I want to talk to you a little bit about Italian Stallion. Let's check this out first.
Here we go.
The ring right now, you could really tell it being up close. He has so much confidence in his ability. He walked in that ring. He had a few things to say to the Stallion. A little bit of intimidation right there. Oh, yeah. He is so confident, Arn Anderson, that he can win each and every match. And that's very important for any athlete to be like that.
Yeah. Tony, you know, that match starts as soon as you walk out of the dressing room. You know, which wrestler is going to come out first? How long does that wrestler that's out in that ring has to stand there before the other one comes out? The way the man walks to the ring. He looks at the other wrestler. It is something. The young man, Italian Stallion takes him, flips him out. Good move. He has to stay on him, though. All right, now see, there, Tony. The Stallion just waited a little bit too long to go in after Arn Anderson. Gave him time, put that knee right in the midsection. Now he starts to pound away.
Just goes to show you what a couple of years more in the sport will do for you as far as your ring savvy. And Better believe it, if you're a member of the Anderson family, you got plenty of it.
Yes, you do. Tony, we were talking about Philadelphia. Starting on July 1st, the Great American Bash.
Oh!
Gourd Buster.
Gourd Buster right in the center of the ring.
That is it.
No more Italian staying in this match. He was real confident coming into this match, and here's why.
He is an Anderson.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.